when you open your records, what are you connecting to? So when you open the records, when you open your Akashic records, what you're doing is you are connecting with the intention of your soul located in the non-physical emerging energy of all that is, which in one respect is to say divine consciousness. So what you're doing is you're connecting the awareness of your human consciousness with the awareness of your soul within divine consciousness.
So it's the highest good of my soul's highest timeline, always directing me towards the most positive solution that's benevolent for me. It's not one angel shows up one day because they got the keys to the castle and this, and then the other angel shows up another day because they understand this. It's just the essence of all that is for my highest timeline and highest good.
Right. And it's not even really your highest timeline. It's your it's your deepest truth in the moment.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah. So so because partly what they're doing is wanting to pull out any sort of, linear static view descriptor there and focus it more dynamically, because you're definitely tapping into the dynamic vision there, which is infinite and eternal. So it means, like from our linear point of view, it means that when you connect with your Akashic records, you're doing so in the present moment, in a sense that all moments are present there. And so it always comes from whatever the highest good, deepest truth is in the moment, in that moment that you ask.
Okay.
Right. So it's written in that moment, quote unquote, written in that moment, as opposed to you go to the right place to ask the right question and get the right answer.
Right, which is not true for any of the records, even if you are being specific.
That's true. Yes. You're always in the present moment. And within the infinite eternal nature of, let's say, divine consciousness. So you're, which is to basically say is that from any kind of perspective you want to take at it, you're in a place, you're in a point of awareness that is completely unlimited and there's no boundary there. It's completely boundless. And so therefore there isn't even like like even using words like deep or good or true or whatever are in themselves limiting descriptions.
Yeah.
Because in this moment, all there truly is, there we used that word, but all there is.
Right. Yeah.
Right. It's just the expression, the whatever, right? Like we get to that place where we don't really have good words to express this. Partly because we tend to think of it as an in-between moment, where in reality, it is a moment of all is.
So then with the beyond the beyond, when touching base with them or the plasmoid or whatever plasma or whatever that is, what is a good practice of how to go in for my own records and or connecting to the beyond? I'm still trying to connect that dot.
Well, the beyond is. It is, you don't have to really go beyond anywhere. I mean, we say the expression beyond the beyond is to get you to realize that what you're talking about is absolutely unlimited.
Mhm.
And therefore is in some, in some aspects of it is completely beyond whatever we think is. Because it's more than what we think is, because it just is. Because we don't really have, I mean, that's the whole problem with some of all of this, is that we don't really have a good word that describes this in a way that gets us to know it all, because by definition, what is, all that is, isn't something that we can know all of. We can know all that is exists, but we can't know all of all that is. Right? Because some of it's known to us, some of it's unknown to us, and then some of it is completely unknowable in the moment. And in any moment, there's always going to be some aspect that's unknowable.
Yeah, so just enter, don't ask for the beyond, just be present.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry to overcomplicate it. I just kind
No,
of something
no.
been in the back of my mind.
Yeah, well, no, I'm really glad you asked, because this is, I mean, it's a topic that in one sense needs to be gone through, like kind of parsed intellectually to be able to get it. But then also ends up being something that we just have to, allow to come through our intuition or our knowing as just like, oh, that's it. And then be comfortable with that part that's actually not quite worked out intellectually. Because that's because that's where we have problem with what's unknowable, right? Because okay, we can get what we know, we can get that there's things that we don't know, but what does it mean when something, when there is unknowable? I mean, because that's the, like, the paradox in it, right? Is it's asking us to know something we can't know. So how do you do that? What is it that we can't know? If we know all of this and we know that there's this stuff that we don't know, what is it that's unknowable? And our brains will push against that. Because wait a minute, if I work hard enough, can't I know it? And in some moments, yes, you can, but a whole lot of moments, the answer is no, you can't, because it's unknowable, right? So you get to that, logical conundrum, and there's no way to break it. There's no way to unpack it and say, oh, good, now I know.